Hi, Aries, and welcome to your reading for the week of October 1st through 7th. Um, I am new to the YouTube channel for reading. I've been reading for my friends and family for a long time, but I decided to, read for YouTube and share my insights with the YouTube community. So I hope you'll be patient with me as I get up to speed on the video. But I have shuffled the cards and I have pulled some cards for you for this week. And I must say that normally I don't read reverse cards, but it was very interesting when I pulled your cards. One of them came out reversed, and I think it's appropriate. So for this week, we have the way I'll do my reading is basically this is the underlying influence in the past. This is the heart of the matter. This is the past energy. This is the present, the future, the advice, and I pulled 2 oracle cards as well. So I used the Voyager Tarot deck, which I really like because it's just rich with symbolism. It's very Jungian in the way the symbolic, layers that it has. But let's get started. The first card I have is Fulfillment. If you can see that, this is Fulfillment. And upright, it's a beautiful card. It's really one of the more positive cards in the deck. It's right now it is reversed, and I think we'll see a little bit more about why that is in the reading. But what I think this is basically indicating is that you have had some, you're coming out of a period of disappointment. I believe that Aries has been involved in some power struggles, some dynamics in relationships, either at work or romantic relationships, and that's what I'm reading, what I'm getting from these cards. The heart of the matter is courage, and I'm definitely going to pull a couple of cards about that. But I think you've been involved in some sort of power struggle in the last week or two, or maybe last month, with somebody, and that's coming up this week. I think the energy is going to be a little bit explosive this week with the power dynamic. The past energy is a disappointment. That's the Five of Cups, and the Five of Cups in the traditional tarot deck is all about emotional disappointments and setbacks on the emotional front. Could be a relationship that didn't pan out the way you were hoping, or a pattern that you've run into in the last few years in terms of relationships, where you keep getting involved with people who just don't have maybe you're getting involved with people who need fixing, but you're not really getting what you need from the relationship, so you're disappointed in that. So anyways, the present energy we have is the Two of Wands. So it looks like this is kind of starting to fade, and that you're getting through this. Where it's leading in the future is the Player, the Child of Wands, no, Child of Worlds, sorry. This is a gorgeous card. If you can see it, you see the little Messiah child and the balloon. It's like it's a gorgeous card. All of this rich, magical, vital child within is playing. And the advice is the the illumination card. This is the Ace of Wands. You can see the Ace, yeah. You see the Ace of Wands. And let me unpack this a little bit. So like I said, I believe the Aries has basically been dealing with power dynamics, power struggles in relationships and career, maybe an unfair situation at work, somebody who really was not giving you the credit you deserve, you were having to take a back seat to somebody who perhaps wasn't either as competent as you were, or just was some kind of tricky, in a way. Or if it's a romantic relationship, if this is really resonating more on a romantic level, it's somebody who, I believe you'll be getting into some kind of power struggle, power play this week. And, my advice is, stand up in your truth. Don't back down. You are not less than anyone else. And that's the message I'm getting. That, if someone's treating you less than, and you're have been going back to this person because they you feel like they need you, you need something too. And no one should ever treat you like you're less than. You need to stand up. That's the advice that I'm getting. In the past, you have disappointment. So I believe this person may have disappointed you in the past, or you've come across like several people in the past that have disappointed you. But I think it's time to kind of clear out the clutter and this week, and you're going to be getting some new stuff coming in. The future cards here are really good. Right now you're in the present, which is purity, which is the Two of Wands. You're a bright light, Aries, and your intentions are good here, and I think you may be forced to make some kind of a choice, but your higher self is telling you to go for it, because I think the choice that you need, listen to your higher self, meditate this week, relax, and just take a step back and think about it, because I think what you're going to decide to do, go towards the person that brings you joy. Go towards the career that's bringing you joy. Do not let yourself get sucked back into something where you're being treated as less than, career-wise or romantic-wise. I keep getting that phrase, less than. You are not less than. Where it's going in the future is the Player. And like I said, that's a gorgeous card. It's you're being able to, explore, and, maybe a totally different kind of relationship, a job that's really fulfilling you, where you can really learn a lot, where you can explore. That's where you're going. That's what you need to look for, both in relationship and career, whichever one resonates for you most in this reading. And the advice, illumination. You know the truth of this matter. The Ace of Wands is about your truth. It's about your passion. It's, Ace of Swords is, some people say the Ace of Swords is about truth, but I believe they both are about you standing in your own, finding your own passion in this case. Your creative spark. What ignites you. The wands are a fiery energy. So I'm going to pull a couple more cards for this one, the Courage card. Okay. All right. So we have the Tower, okay, and the Knower. So this is the Tower card in this deck. Again, it's pretty interesting. It's like an Incan god, and then you can see their version of the Tower, and then you have the King of, this is the King of Swords, but there really is no King of Swords in this deck. This is like a Sage of Swords, so it's sort of above the King in a way. So what I think it's basically saying is, the truth of this relationship, whatever, the underlying, this is the heart of the matter, is to find courage, know what you need to do, and clean house. It's going to be maybe a little bit explosive for you this week, but I think you're getting to the heart of the matter here. You're really saying, look, I don't need this. I don't need to be treated like this. I am, again, I am not less than anyone else. And, your past, you've been disappointed in the past. You just, but it's really going towards this purity, this white light, this is a very positive card. And I think it's going towards the choice, the positive choice. So we have a couple of cards I've picked also for an oracle card. And as you can see the oracle card is part of the Enchanted Map Tarot by Colette Baron Reed, if you can see that. And this is called Cleaning House. And I think this is absolutely appropriate. I think I'm going to call this reading Cleaning House. So here's what it says about cleaning house. I'm just going to read from the book about this. When you see the cleaning house card in a reading, it's time to declutter your life. Get rid of unwanted things in your physical home. Release what you no longer want or need. Is there any unfinished business you should address? Thoughts, memories, and emotional baggage must be swept out of your house as well. Your conscience must be clear for you to move freely in the world. Spring cleaning. Celebrate a spring cleaning and feel the freedom in your as you make your way for much better things. Look at what you've resisted discarding and be honest about its value. Be honest, clean house. I think you're discarding a relationship, a job, something. There's something you're getting rid of, and it's high time. Whatever it is. And when I get this card, when I get the cleaning house card, I actually clean house. And it always feels so good. Just clean house, sage the house, basically say, look, I am starting afresh. And there's one other card I pulled, and it's called the Compass card. It's number 50. And it is basically, again, I think this is where you're ultimately going here. As long as you orient your compass to true north, direction of your higher power, you will never be lost. You're entering uncharted territories right now and can expect wonderful new experiences. To stay on the highest path of your destiny, you'll need to keep your compass pointed to true north. Only spirit or a higher power can serve this function. Money, property, prestige, romance, and other material achievements can't help you find your true path. They are simply things you may experience along the journey. Know that spirit is working in your life, so even if you feel lost temporarily, it will be easy to find your way. Have faith and trust, for your compass with spirit is true. North will ensure you'll never be lost, even on a starless night when all seems dark. So yeah, I think that this may feel a little bit uncomfortable, because basically you're going towards people who can fulfill your needs, and you're going towards people who bring you joy, and jobs that bring you joy, and situations that bring you joy. Just get rid of the stuff that is like cluttering your life, and this is a good week to do it. This week and the next week following. I think this may play out over the course of 2 or 3 weeks, but yeah, especially since we're just about to enter this Venus retrograde. But yeah. Clean house, Aries. So I hope that resonates with you. And if you enjoyed the reading, please like and subscribe. I'll be posting some readings for the other signs soon. This is for your sun, moon, and rising. But stay tuned. In the next couple of days, I'll post some of the other signs as well, and hopefully get them all done by the end of the weekend. Thanks so much. Bye.